Hey everyone, welcome to Watch the Stories. Here we bring you the most emotional, dramatic, and unforgettable tales from every corner of life. So sit back, relax, and get ready to feel every emotion. Because this is where stories come alive. I'm worth $5 million, to him at least, because my DNA is the only thing keeping him alive. The first time I see Damien Cross collapse, I'm elbow deep in a cadaver's chest cavity. My student loan debt somehow feeling heavier than the scalpel in my hand. The anatomy lab smells like formaldehyde and crushed dreams, and I'm halfway through wondering if I'll ever actually become a doctor when my phone buzzes. Unknown number. I almost don't answer. Collection agencies have gotten creative, but something makes me swipe. Miss Rivera, a woman's voice clipped and expensive. We need you at Cross Industries immediately. I think you have the wrong. We'll pay you $50,000 for one afternoon. The scalpel slips from my fingers. 20 minutes later, I'm standing in a penthouse office that costs more than my entire existence, wearing scrubs that still smell like death, facing a man who looks like he was carved from marble and fury, Damien Cross. I've seen him on magazine covers, always scowling, always alone. In person, he's devastating. Sharp jaw, dark hair pushed back carelessly, eyes so blue they look artificial. He's also trembling. A fine shiver running through his perfect frame as he grips the edge of his desk. Don't touch me. His voice is raw, desperate. Not yet, I freeze. Around us, a medical team hovers like anxious moths. Heart monitors beep. Someone's checking an IV bag. Mr. Cross is experiencing an acute episode, the doctor explains, not looking at me. We've tested over 300 women. Your genetic markers are the only match. We need you to make physical contact now. Wait, what? But Damien's legs buckle. He goes down hard and instinct overrides confusion. I drop to my knees beside him, reaching out. Don't! His hand shoots up, catching my wrist an inch from his skin. His fingers are ice cold. It'll hurt. For a second. I'm sorry, our eyes meet. His are desperate, furious, terrified. Mine must mirror the same chaos. It's okay, I whisper, though nothing about this is okay. His fingers slide down, palm pressing against mine. The world tilts. Heat explodes where we touch, not painful, but shocking, like touching a live wire made of sunlight. His entire body shudders, back arching, a sound escaping his throat that's half gasp, half groan. The trembling stops. Color floods back into his face. His breathing steadies, deepens, and he doesn't let go. Jesus. He breathes, staring at our joined hands like they're performing a miracle. You're real, I should pull away. I don't. What just happened? He finally releases me, sitting back on his heels, running both hands through his hair. He looks wrecked, relieved. I have a condition. Genetic mutation. Contact with human skin triggers a cytokine storm. Basically, my immune system tries to kill me. Every woman I've touched since puberty nearly killed me. Except you. His laugh is bitter. Apparently, you're my cure. The doctor steps forward, all business. Miss Rivera, we'd like to offer you a position. Mr. Cross requires physical contact every 4 to 6 hours to maintain stability. You'd live on site, be available as needed, and receive $5 million annually. My brain short circuits. You want to hire me? As what? A human support animal? As my antidote. Damien's standing now, buttoning his suit jacket with steady hands, transforming back into the billionaire CEO. But his eyes, God. His eyes stay locked on me with an intensity that makes my skin prickle. I'm dying, Miss Rivera. Without you, I have maybe 6 months. With you, he pauses. With you, I might actually have a life. This is insane. It's survival. He takes a step closer. Not touching, but close enough that I feel the heat radiating from him. I'll clear your student debt. Put you through med school. Whatever you need. But I need you to say yes, I should run. This is a nightmare wrapped in a proposition wrapped in more money than I've ever imagined. Can I think about... No. His voice drops, urgent. I'm barely holding on. Another episode could be fatal. Please. There's something in that please, raw and real, that undoes me. 1 month, I hear myself say. Trial basis. His shoulders drop with relief. Then he smiles, small, private, devastating. Thank you, Elena. He knows my name. Of course he does. He's probably memorized everything about me. One rule, he adds, softer now. Once we start this, we can't stop touching. Not completely. My body will start to reject the world again. So I'm literally keeping you alive. Yes. Our eyes hold. Something unspoken passes between us, a recognition maybe, or a warning. Then I guess, I whisper, you'd better not let me go. His jaw tightens. I won't. And somehow I believe him. Living with Damien Cross is like living inside a thunderstorm. Beautiful. Dangerous, impossible to ignore. They give me a suite in his penthouse. All glass walls and city lights, luxury that makes my childhood apartment feel like a fever dream. But the room doesn't matter because I'm never really in it. I'm beside him. Always beside him. Close enough to touch, close enough to save him, close enough to feel every breath he takes. The touching starts clinical. A hand on his shoulder during meetings. Fingers brushing during meals. But skin memory is a traitorous thing, and mine keeps cataloging details I shouldn't notice. How his pulse jumps when I press my palm to his wrist. How he inhales sharply when my thumb grazes the inside of his elbow. How his entire body goes still when I'm near. It's been 3 days, and I'm already unraveling. You don't have to watch me sleep, he murmurs into the darkness. I'm curled in the armchair beside his bed, book abandoned in my lap. They said physical proximity works even without direct contact for a few hours. But I can't seem to leave. I'm reading. You haven't turned a page in 20 minutes, damn. Can't sleep. Neither can I. He shifts and moonlight catches the planes of his face. Come here, my heart stutters. What? The bed. It's big enough for both of us and that chair is destroying your spine. When I hesitate, he adds quietly, please, Elena. I can feel your discomfort from here. It's distracting. I don't know if that's true or if he's lying for my benefit. Either way, I find myself crossing the room, slipping under covers that smell like cedar and something darker. We maintain careful distance, a foot of expensive sheets between us, but I can feel him anyway. A constant hum of awareness. Can I ask you something? My voice sounds too loud in the quiet. Why me? Genetically, I mean. What makes my DNA different? He's silent so long I think he won't answer. Then, you're a universal donor. Negative blood type, specific protein markers, a genetic anomaly in your antibodies. You're designed to fit with everything. Reject nothing. You're compatible with the world in a way most people aren't. I make people comfortable. You make me comfortable. His voice drops. You make me feel human again. The confession hangs between us, heavy and real. Damien, I know this is strange, impossible. You're being paid to touch me and that's... He stops, frustrated. I hate that. I hate that every time you reach for me, there's a contract behind it. I roll toward him before I can stop myself. Is that what you think? That I'm only here for the money? His eyes find mine in the darkness. Aren't you? I stayed because you asked me to. The words come out raw. Because you said please like you meant it. Because I stopped, terrified of finishing that sentence. Because you what? We're closer now. Inches, not feet. His hand moves, fingertips finding my jaw, tilting my face up. The touch sends electricity down my spine. Because I wanted to. I whisper. His thumb traces my lower lip and I forget how to breathe. Elena. My name sounds like a prayer. We can't. Why not? Because I'm paying you. Because you're 24 and I'm 36. Because if I start touching you the way I want to, I won't be able to stop. His fingers slide into my hair, gentle but possessive. Because you deserve better than a man who'll die without you. What if I don't want better? My hand finds his chest, feeling his heart thunder beneath my palm. What if I just want you? He makes a sound, part groan, part surrender. For one perfect second, I think he'll kiss me. His mouth hovers over mine, breath mingling, tension coiling so tight I might shatter. His phone explodes with sound. We spring apart like guilty teenagers. Damien grabs it, face hardening. What? I can't hear the other side, but his expression says everything. I'll be right there. He ends the call, already moving, grabbing clothes. Emergency at the Tokyo office. I have to fly out. Now? It's 3 a.m. Now. He's dressed in seconds, all business, the moment between us evaporating like it never existed. At the door he pauses. Pack a bag. You're coming with me. To Tokyo? He looks back, and the heat in his gaze nearly levels me. I told you, Elena, I can't let you go. Even for a day. Then he's gone, and I'm alone with my racing heart and the phantom feeling of his hand in my hair. I touch my lips where his thumb traced, and make a decision that terrifies me. I'm not doing this for the money anymore. I'm not sure I ever was. The private jet is obscene. All leather and ambient lighting, a bedroom in the back. Champagne I'm too nervous to drink. Damien works through takeoff, barely looking at me, jaw tight with whatever crisis pulled us into the sky. His assistant keeps sending files. His phone won't stop buzzing, and I sit across from him watching the man who almost kissed me disappear behind walls of CEO armor. Somewhere over the Pacific, he finally closes his laptop. "I'm sorry," he says quietly. "For what?" "Last night, I crossed a line. Something in my chest cracks. What if I wanted you to?" His eyes snap to mine, dark and dangerous. "Don't. Don't what? Tell the truth?" I lean forward, bold in a way I've never been. "You said you hate that I'm paid to touch you. So let me touch you now when there's no one watching. No contract between us. Let me, Elena. My name is a warning. Are you always this afraid?" That lands. His expression shifts. Hurt, anger, something raw. "You think I'm afraid?" "I think you're terrified." I stand, cross to him, heart in my throat. "I think you've been alone so long. You don't know what to do with someone who wants to stay. You don't know what you're saying. Then tell me I'm wrong." I'm standing over him now, his chair swiveled to face me. "Tell me you don't feel this. Tell me last night meant nothing." He stares up at me, conflict written in every line of his face. Then slowly his hands come up to my hips, pulling me forward until I'm standing between his legs. "It meant everything," he whispers. "That's the problem." His thumbs trace small circles through my jeans. Such a simple touch. "It's destroying me. Damien, I've never wanted anyone the way I want you." His voice is raw, but wanting isn't enough.
"I'm sick, Elena, dying, and you're the only thing keeping me alive."
"How is that fair to you? What happens when you resent me? When you want to leave but can't because I'm literally dependent on you?" I frame his face with both hands, forcing him to look at me. "What happens when I don't want to leave? When I choose you every day? Not because I have to, but because I want to." Something breaks in his expression. "You don't mean that. Try me." The world holds its breath. Then he moves, pulling me down into his lap, one hand in my hair, mouth finally finding mine. The kiss is not gentle. It's desperate, consuming, 3 days of denial combusting into flame. He kisses me like I'm air and he's drowning, like I'm the answer to questions he didn't know how to ask. His hand spans my back, holding me against him, and I sink into it, into him, into this impossible thing we're creating. When we break apart, we're both shaking. "Elena." His forehead rests against mine. "This is dangerous. I know. If we do this, if we're together, everything changes. The contract, the arrangement. I don't care about the contract. You should." His lips brush my jaw, my throat, making me gasp. "You should run, while you still can. Make me." He pulls back enough to meet my eyes, and what I see there steals my breath. Desire, yes, but also fear, desperate, aching fear. "I can't," he admits. "God help me, I can't let you go." "Then don't." I kiss him again, softer this time, a promise instead of a confession. His arms tighten around me, and for the first time since this started, I feel him relax. Really relax. Like maybe, just maybe, he's letting himself believe this is real. "Come to bed with me," he murmurs against my lips. "Damien, just sleep. I need you close. How can I refuse that?" We move to the small bedroom, shedding shoes and pretense, climbing under covers at 30,000 feet. He pulls me against his chest, my back to his front, arms wrapped around me like I might disappear. "Thank you," he whispers into my hair. "For what?" "For not running. For staying. For," his voice cracks, "for making me feel like this might actually work." I lace my fingers through his, bringing his hand to my lips. "It will work. I promise." He makes a sound that might be a laugh or a sob. "Don't make promises you can't keep. Watch me." We fall asleep like that, tangled together, hearts beating in sync, hurtling toward Tokyo and whatever comes next. I don't know that in 3 weeks. I'll be staring at a positive pregnancy test. I don't know that in 4. Doctors will discover something impossible. I don't know that our twins are already saving him, at the cost of their own lives right now. All I know is this. I'm falling in love with a man who needs me to survive, and that terrifies me more than anything. The nausea hits during a board meeting, sudden and vicious, sending me stumbling from the room with Damien 3 steps behind. Elena, I'm fine. I lie. Bent over a trash can, the world spinning. I'm not fine. I haven't been fine for 2 weeks. Not since Tokyo. Not since everything changed. We've been careful, obsessively careful. But apparently, the universe doesn't care about careful. The pregnancy test mocks me from my bathroom counter. 2 pink lines destroying everything. You need to see a doctor. Damien's hand is cool against my neck. Today. It's just stress, bullshit. He lifts my chin, forcing me to meet his eyes. What aren't you telling me? Everything. Nothing. I took a test. The world stops. A test, he repeats slowly. This morning. My voice breaks. I'm pregnant. His face goes through 1,000 expressions in 3 seconds: shock, fear, wonder, terror. That's impossible. We use protection apparently not impossible enough. We stare at each other. The weight of this crushing the air from the room. Okay. He's moving into CEO mode. The version of himself that solves impossible problems. Okay, we'll figure this out. We'll see specialists, make sure everything is... Damien. I catch his hand. Are you okay with this? With me being pregnant? He stops, really looking at me for the first time since the words left my mouth. Then he's kissing me, soft and desperate and terrified. I love you, he whispers against my lips. I should have said it before, but I'm saying it now. I love you. And this, his hand covers my stomach, reverent. This is everything I never let myself want. Tears streak down my face. I love you too. Then we're doing this, together. If only it were that simple. Dr. Sarah Chen looks like she's seen a ghost. We're in Damien's private medical suite. 3 weeks later, staring at ultrasound images that shouldn't exist. 2 tiny heartbeats, twins. There's something you need to know, Dr. Chen says carefully. Something we've never seen before. Damien's hand tightens around mine. What? The twins. She pulls up another scan. They're producing antibodies. Specifically the same antibodies Elena generates. They're acting as secondary filters for your condition. Silence. I don't understand, I whisper. Your children are keeping him alive, Dr. Chen says quietly. But the strain on their developing systems is significant. They're absorbing the toxicity that would normally trigger his episodes. She pauses. They're sacrificing their viability to stabilize him. The room tilts. What does that mean? Damien's voice is dead. It means if the pregnancy continues, you'll be healthier than you've ever been. Your condition will almost disappear. But the twins, her expression says everything. We can't predict how long they'll survive the strain. It could be through birth. It could be weeks. No. The word rips from my throat. There has to be another way. We're running tests, but what? Damien stands abruptly. Hypothetically, if Elena and I separate, if she's not near me, would that help the babies? Don't, I grab his arm. Don't you dare suggest what I think you're suggesting. His eyes meet mine and they're full of anguish. If being with me is killing them, being with you created them. Elena, no. I'm shaking. You don't get to do this. You don't get to walk away because things got complicated. I'm not walking away. I'm trying to save our children. By destroying yourself? Damien, without me, you'll die. Those were your words. 6 months, then I'll die. The words echo through the room. Christ, Elena, I'll die 1,000 times over if it means they get to live. Dr. Chen clears her throat. There might be a third option. We both turn to her. Experimental. Dangerous. But we could try to transfer the antibody production to a synthetic system. Essentially take Elena's DNA, your genetic markers, and the twins' current antibody output, and create a temporary external life support system. It would buy us time, maybe get them to viability. Risks? Damien asks immediately. To Elena? Significant. The extraction process is invasive. There's no guarantee it will work. And if it fails, she looks at me. You could lose the pregnancy anyway, and Damien would be left without either support system. We'd all die, I finish. Possibly. The silence is crushing. Damien turns to me, and I see the man I fell in love with, warring with the father he's becoming. What do you want to do? I think about the impossible choice we're facing. Save him. Save the babies. Save myself. Pick 2. I want to try, I whisper. I want to fight for all of us. He pulls me close and I feel him trembling. Even if the odds are against us? Especially then, his lips find my forehead. You're the bravest person I've ever known. I'm terrified, me too. He looks at Dr. Chen. When can we start? Tomorrow. But Damien, her voice softens. You should marry her first. Make sure legally she and the children are protected. Just in case. Just in case this kills me. Just in case we lose everything. We marry at sunset on his penthouse terrace with the city glittering below us. No guests. No fanfare. Just us, an officiant, and the impossible love we've built from desperation and touch. I, Damien Cross, take you, Elena Rivera. His voice breaks on my name and I squeeze his hands tighter. To be my wife, my antidote, my everything. In sickness and in health, he laughs, bitter and beautiful. In impossible odds and against all logic. I love you. I'll love you until my last breath. Tears stream down my face as I repeat my vows, promising him forever, even when forever feels like a luxury we might not have. When we kiss, I taste salt and fear and hope. No matter what happens tomorrow, he whispers, I need you to know this was the best decision I ever made. Choosing you, loving you. We're going to survive this, I tell him fiercely. All of us. Promise me. I promise. We make love that night like it might be the last time, slow and reverent and desperate. He worships every inch of me, hands trembling as they map my changing body, lips following the path his fingers trace. I love you. He breathes against my skin. I love all of you, all of us. And in the morning, we walk into the hospital hand in hand, ready to bet everything on an impossible cure, ready to fight for our family, even if it kills us. They shave my head for the neural ports. I watch my dark hair fall in sheets, and Damien stands behind me, hands on my shoulders, reflection meeting mine in the mirror. He looks wrecked, hasn't slept, probably hasn't eaten. In 6 hours, they'll connect me to machines that will extract my bone marrow, synthesize my antibodies, and hopefully create a system that keeps him alive while our twins finish, developing in something safer than my compromised body. Hopefully. You look beautiful, he whispers. I look like a science experiment. My science experiment. He kisses the top of my bare head. Last chance to back out. Not a chance. Dr. Chen enters with her team. We're ready when you are. I turn in Damien's arms, memorizing his face. The sharp jaw I've traced with my fingers. The blue eyes that see straight through me. The mouth that's mapped every inch of my skin. If this doesn't work, it will. But if it doesn't, I need you to know. My voice cracks. Loving you was worth everything. Even this. He kisses me like he's trying to pour his entire soul into mine. I'll see you on the other side. Promise? Promise. They wheel me away and I don't look back. Pain is relative. Labor hurts, they say. Heartbreak hurts. But having your DNA systematically harvested while you're conscious because they need your brain active to monitor compatibility, that's a special kind of agony. I drift in and out, hooked to machines that hum and beep, watching my blood cycle through tubes toward some sterile lab where they're building a mechanical version of me. Building hope from cells and desperation. Damien's voice filters through speakers. I'm here. I'm right here. Talk to me, I slur through the drugs. Distract me. Remember Tokyo? When you fell asleep during that meeting and drooled on my shoulder? I did not drool. You absolutely did. It was adorable. I wanted to kiss you so badly, right there in front of 40 executives, you know. Why didn't you? I was afraid you'd realize you could do better. Impossible. The room spins. You're stuck with me now. Thank God. The machines were louder. Someone says something about antibody counts. Everything goes white. I wake up in recovery with Damien's hand in mine and tears on his face. Did it work? My voice sounds like gravel. It worked. He's laughing and crying simultaneously. The synthetic system is functioning. We're transferring the twins to an artificial gestation unit. They'll be safe. They'll survive. And you? He brings my hand to his lips. I'm stable. Better than stable. Elena, you did it. You saved all of us. Relief crashes through me so hard I sob. I want to see them. Soon. But first. He climbs into the bed beside me, careful of all my tubes and wires, gathering me against his chest. First, I need to hold my wife and remember how to breathe. We stay like that for a small eternity. Hearts beating in sync, the impossible made real through sheer stubborn love. 3 months later, I'm standing in a sterile room, hands pressed against warm glass, watching our twins, our daughter and son, sleeping in their high-tech cradles, healthy and perfect and alive. They're beautiful, Damien murmurs beside me. His hand rests on my lower back, a constant anchor. The synthetic system works seamlessly now, a small device he wears that keeps him stable without needing constant human contact. But he still reaches for me constantly. Still pulls me close, still needs me in ways that have nothing to do with medicine. We're taking them home next week, I say, wonder threading through my voice. Actual home. With a nursery and midnight feedings and all the chaos. I can't wait. He turns me to face him, hands framing my face. I know I've said this 1,000 times, but I need to say it again. Thank you. For not running. For fighting. For loving me when I didn't know how to love myself. You saved me too, I remind him. I was drowning in debt and hopelessness. You gave me a life worth living. No. His thumb traces my cheek. You were already extraordinary. I just gave you a stage. We kiss, soft and sweet, and I feel the twins stir against the glass behind us like they know we're here. Think they'll grow up normal? I ask. Despite the whole conceived to cure a genetic disease origin story? Absolutely not, he grins. They're going to be brilliant and weird and probably too smart for their own good. Just like their father. Just like their mother. I lean into him, watching our impossible children sleep, and think about the journey that brought us here. From desperation to devotion, from a business transaction to the kind of love that rewrites biology itself. Damien? If you could go back, knowing everything we'd go through, would you still choose me? He doesn't hesitate, every time. In every universe. I'd find you, I'd fall for you, and I'd fight for you always. Even if it almost killed us. Especially then. He kisses my temple. You're not just my antidote, Elena, you're my reason. For everything. My eyes blur with happy tears. I love you. I love you more. Impossible. Watch me. And as our twins wake, reaching tiny hands toward the sound of our voices, I realize something profound. We didn't just survive the impossible. We transformed it. We took death and desperation and turned it into life. Into family. Into a love so fierce it literally rewrote our DNA. Some people marry for love. Some marry for money. We married to survive. And somehow, impossibly, we found all three. The glass separating us from our children slides open, and a nurse gestures us forward. Want to hold them? Damien looks at me, eyes bright with unshed tears. Ready? I take his hand and together we step forward into our chaotic, beautiful, hard-won future. Ready, I whisper, and I've never meant anything more.